What's up, guys? It's John with National Sports Entertainment, and as you can see, the microphone's on. I just spent about 20 minutes talking with the microphone off, uploaded the video, and realized I had no sound, so I apologize for that. But what I wanted to go into and what I just went into was tonight's games and ones that I like for tomorrow. So, obviously, we still have some in play. The only one in play is right here. I haven't seen the score in a bit, to be honest. We got a 2-point game. We're getting five, so looking good there, but we never know. And with the Knicks, I wasn't surprised there. They did what I expected. I was surprised that the Minnesota Timberwolves, they had them lose at home after having Denver lose at home to Utah. I get, there's trap games and teams that play spoiler. I didn't think they would do Rudy like that. Basically, they're saying the guy sucks. His old team just beat him without him, and they don't even have Pat Bev. So that was an interesting one, but probably mostly a trap. And then there's some other ones. Washington, if you saw my last poll, if you're in my Discord or saw my last comments, I literally got Washington minus 1.5. I bought a half a point, or it might have been a point, because I knew it'd be close, and it was just a little better than the money line. So it was just, Washington was a favorite by the time I made this pick. So that to me just screams of a trap. They should not have been a favorite. And then we had, I think that was it. The only other one, like I said, is Portland, which is in play. And then we played the Phillies, and we got the Phillies. Now, when I was going into the last video, these are all the picks that I had made for our next leg. So I have Colorado State and Hawaii on the over. I'm going to go into them all. But Baylor, I wound up picking twice. I made a mistake, and like I did with Cincinnati, I put too much on them, but it's fine. So they're going to be a second leg. I like Baylor minus 9, and the reason why is they are playing an undefeated Ole Miss team, and they're not going to roll into, in my opinion, into week 7. In my opinion, actually, it's going to be week 8. They're not going to roll into week 8 with 10 undefeated teams. I think there's going to be like a handful of undefeated teams. So I look at teams like UCLA. I look at teams like, in this case, Ole Miss, that I believe are very capable of losing. Ohio State's not losing. Clemson's not losing. Tennessee's not losing. Because, again, you want only so many undefeated teams. That's the whole point of them being undefeated. When you have 10 of them, it just doesn't make much sense. I also found the line a little bit odd. That, again, it's not always about rankings, but Ole Miss is an underdog in this game. LSU is giving up like 1 point. And they've been trying to push LSU as a comeback team that's trying to get ranked. So I do like LSU. As you can see, I went ahead and took them here for, I believe it was for the Tulsa loss. No, I took them on the Knicks T-Wolves loss, so that's our second leg is going to be LSU. And for the Tulsa loss, I went ahead and took Cincinnati. If you saw my last couple videos, I accidentally overbet Cincinnati a couple times. I meant to do like 25 and 50. I wound up doing like 25 and like 55 or something. So there's a good bit on the Yankees. So I just decided to go ahead and make them trying to find them in here. My third leg of that one. As you can see, we do have the Yankees. As I said, I'm just picking them until they lose. So we got the Yankees there to win 48, which would be about a $15 net. And there's another Bengal. There's like 3 of the Bengals in here. I picked them so many times on accident. There's another one. So that's why I just decided, because I like the pick. I think they end the Falcons' undefeated streak. Again, this metric isn't guaranteed, but it's pretty proven. There is exactly one team in the NFL right now with undefeated record against the spread, and it's Atlanta. There's nobody else with an undefeated or winless record. So I think that comes to a screeching halt, and Cincinnati covers that 6. The other one I like is Baylor. Baylor I have as a second leg for our Georgia Tech loss. And the reason I like Baylor is they're giving up 9 points against a Kansas team that they were just pitching as a top 10 ranked team. And the reason that they are giving up those points is because Kansas' quarterback is hurt, their fairy tale story is over, and they are now heading to basketball season for college. So I do think that in this case, Kansas does not cover the 9. I think they get beat pretty bad to push Baylor as a legitimate team. Same thing with LSU. I think LSU wins and they get pushed as a legitimate team. So the ones that I really like I said, I've saved for our second and third legs. We got Baylor -9. I bought a point on that, just so you know. We have the Yankees just basically not going down 3-0. We have Cincinnati on Sunday. I'm waiting for that one since it's a third leg, and I really like those odds. LSU is going to be our second leg of the other outstanding. And we're waiting on Portland. Now, I did go ahead and pick one more. Actually, I think I picked 2 more. These are new sequences now. Yeah, we got Oregon -6 over UCLA for the exact same reason I picked LSU. I don't think we're going to have that many teams rolling in the Week 7, Week 8 undefeated. It just doesn't make sense. And I went over on Hawaii, Colorado State for the same reason I have explained before. And in this case, I like it more than usual because Colorado State is just terrible. I think they are the worst team in all of college right now. I don't even know how they have their 1 win. They are just pathetic. But they're 6-point favorites here, which tells me that if any game is going to go over, it's probably going to be this one. Because if these guys can score, anybody can. So you can see they're 0-6 on the over. I do think that improves, and they finally get off that 0%. As I said, nobody in the history of college football has gone 100 or 0%. So those are the ones I like and why I like them. Like I said, I'm sorry this wasn't a little bit earlier, but I had to redo the whole thing. And yeah, so the first game is going to be Baylor. They play at noon tomorrow. I like them a lot. I think the Yankees play around 3 or 4. And then we got the Bengals on Sunday. Then we're going to have LSU. We might add to that depending on if some of our 12 or 1 o'clock games don't come through. Depending on how Portland goes, we might add to LSU as well. And then I added Colorado State on the over on that one. It's over 46. And then we have the other new sequence is the -6 on the UCLA Oregon game. So I know it's a lot of different games, but I thought this would be better than getting any out last minute. At least you guys can see exactly who I picked, why I picked them. And I will go into any updates if I need to. I always put them in my Discord or try and comment them. But as you can see, we have basically everything outstanding for tomorrow and Sunday, which is fine. I really like the picks. I really think they come through, especially Cincy, Denver. There's a few that I really like on Sunday. And tomorrow I like a lot of them as well, the ones that I picked. So if there's a specific game you want me to cover, just let me know. I will put it in the comments. I'll also put an updated log here so you guys can see exactly which sequence we're betting next on. I always put it in the Discord as well. But yeah, we had overall a good night. Tulsa is really the one that, since it was a second leg, obviously it's more important. Unfortunate they didn't hold, but I have no doubt Cincinnati squashes that for us, and I have no doubt LSU and Baylor come through as well. Same with the Yankees. They're just not getting swept. So take care, everybody. Happy earnings. And like I said, if you think of anything specific, if there's a certain game you saw something on, just let me know in the comments. Take care.